Okay, this is my question. This is my issue, okay? Here's what I think, okay? The only way that peace happens, in my opinion, is if both sides agree to a two-state solution, okay? Do we agree with that, or do we think a one-state right of return thing is possible?
I would say 3. I think that Gaza
okay, whatever, 2 or 3, whatever. We'll say, I'll abbreviate it to 3, right? That's the problem, number 1, okay? But the issue with that is right now, Israel doesn't really want a two-state solution because 1, they feel like they're going to get attacked from these territories anyway, and 2, because the status quo is kind of sort of favoring them. They've got good military control over both things. They're slowly expanding settlements into the West Bank. They've got the Gaza Strip on total lockdown. Like, for the most part, the status quo is more or less favoring Israel. So Israel doesn't have an appetite for like super coming to the table for good faith two-state solution talks. Number 1. Number 2, on the Palestinian side, they don't want 2 states. They want 1 state because 2 states, they probably feel like they're not going to get a good deal. Their entire population is radicalizing a motherfucker, and they seem to enjoy the fighting. They want to fight. So Israel doesn't have the appetite for it. They're not close enough to it because they're benefiting from the status quo. Palestinians don't have an appetite for it because all they know is basically fucking fighting against Israel. It seems to be that's like 95% of what the Palestinian struggle is. And then in the broader sense of the world, the Arab states also seem to encourage this sort of fighting against Israel as well. So they don't have as much of an appetite for it, save for the states that are slowly starting to make peace agreements with Israel, but they're not the really big important ones yet, like Qatar or Iran or Lebanon. So right now, it seems like there's no reasonable discussion that can take place until these 3 facts are reconciled. That Israel doesn't want it, Palestine doesn't want it, and the Arab states don't want it. And until somebody here is willing to move first, it's not going to be Israel. I wouldn't expect them to.
But that's my point. I think that first mover has to be America, that America has to be both behind the scenes and public.